What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Black Label Jihad bringing you another video on this game Black Deck. As you see, today is the last day for the Lost Vault event. So if your goal is to get to this Law Mage, today is your last day to get there. It's probably early tomorrow morning, probably like 3, 4 in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning when it's done. But officially today's the last day, full day, all right? Also, today's the last day for the Goblin Caves tournament that started over the weekend. I want to say it started Sunday. All right, so today's the last day for that. So do what you can. As you see, I already maxed this one out as well. We have today and tomorrow for the card upgrade event, which also started Sunday. Okay. So let today be the day that you maximize what you can, and tomorrow will be the last day that you can maximize what you can. If you can max it out, max it out. I'm definitely trying to max this out because I have goals with this right now. But if you can max it out, go ahead and max it out, right? So the other thing I wanted to mention is we do have 2 more tournaments coming tomorrow. So we have the Artifact Collector Tournament. So you're going to earn event points by collecting artifacts, right? And you need 7,500 points to max out this tournament, at least just participating in it, not winning the tournament, okay? I have to clarify that just so everybody is understanding. Now, you're going to get points based on the rarity of your artifacts. This is no different than any other tournament like this that's happened before. Okay, so you're going to get points for commons, whether it's 1 star to 6 star. You're going to get points for uncommons, 1 star to 6 star, and so on and so on. All right, but obviously you want to aim for legendaries as much as you can, because that'll be the quickest way to maxing out this tournament. But that's not always guaranteed. And the next thing you want to get to is your epics. That's the two sets of artifacts you want your hands on. Okay. So if you can at least get 6 star artifacts that are epic, a bunch of those to kind of equal out for the legendaries, then by all means go for it if you can. All right. So let's go over the participation rewards before we go too far. We have coins, energy, 3-star chicken. We have 2-star chicken. Sorry, excuse me. Gems, coins, energy. This is a 3-star chicken. We got 3 of those. We got gems, coin, 2 4-star chickens, elite summon token, and 1 5-star chicken at the very end. All right. Then we have the summoner tournament. So for those who are first time watching this video or these types of videos from myself, the summoner tournament, you get points for the tokens used. As you see, these are the different types of tokens that you can use to make summons or to summon something, right? And those are what you get points for. There's another tournament called the Card Collector Tournament that they usually run either a week or 2 after they do the Summoner Tournament. Maybe it's a little longer, sometimes it is. But that is when you get points for the cards summoned, which is the better of the 2. Now, they do have something in the Battle Pass that I'm looking forward to having, which is making me want to summon a little bit more right now because there's something in the Battle Pass I want to try to get to. All right. So let's go ahead and look at this. You need 10,000 points to max out this tournament, which is what, every 2 premium summon tokens is 1,000. So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000. So you need 10 premium summon tokens. Okay. So let's go ahead and look at all the rewards. We have coin, energy, skip tickets, energy, coin, energy, elite summon token, epic tome gems, hero summon token, epic tome gems, and a premium summon token at the very end. We will go over the rewards for placing for those tournaments, okay? Now, let's go ahead and look at our boy Fire Knight. Now, he was announced last week that he was coming out. Okay, and there is a possibility that some of the other cards that we are expecting to have in these events and stuff like that is going to come out in one of these 2 tournaments tomorrow or over this coming weekend. Okay, or be available for that, right? So this is our boy Fire Knight. All right. He is a melee range card. And I did go over his skills before, but we're going to go over them a little bit more today. Let's just briefly look at them. So this is all, we're looking at all maxed out skills at the moment, if you were to max this card out. So the first one is called Fire Touch. Ignites for 3 turns, causing a debuff of 5,492, which is 55% of this card's max strength when it fights. Again, lasts for 3 turns. This is maxed out. All right. The minimum would be for probably like 2 turns or probably 2 turns, and the debuff is only 25%. Let's look at base. 2 turns, 55%. All right. So that's when you first get them, and you don't have any books into them. All right. So maxed out Holy Fire buffs itself by 30% and other city allies by 10% of its initial strength whenever a city ally, including this card, dies up to 5 times. Right. And again, you see the buff skill maxed out. The base, for that one is 15% and 5% for your allies. All right. Now let's go ahead and look at the last skill. This is Inner Fire. Buffs itself by 300% of its initial strength for 3 turns when it enters the battle, and has an additional buff of 30% of its initial strength for each ignited enemy. Ooh, that is a mouthful. All right. And base minimum, when you get this card, you just ascend it, right, to at least 3 stars, is 100%, 150% buff for per ignited enemy is 10%. Okay. So that is what you should expect from this. Now, game planning for something like this is interesting. This is one of the mechanics that has been frowned upon or disliked heavily, right? So the reason why it's been disliked heavily is because Ignite is kind of a weaker of the 4 elements when it comes to usefulness. Now, granted, you can't take that lightly though. You really can't, because igniting your enemies can help you significantly if done correctly, right? Just like if you have a witch on your board, or you have somebody from let's go to Swamp faction that has debuffs. So if you got West Witch who has a debuff, right? You have Witch who has a debuff. You have Runa Sacra who has a debuff. You also have Hex Mage who has a debuff. You have Mama Yaga who has a debuff, right? All these different cards, and there's more than that has debuffs. You have to play them correctly in order for them to be effective. Same thing with ignited cards. So now that we know it's going to be, you're going to have to include city cards, right? You're going to have to include them. The only difference you're probably not going to have is the hero. Myself, I don't have any hero besides Arthur Hightower from this faction. I don't have Ninny Little Witch, and I definitely don't have King of Callum. I don't have the king as of yet. But if I did have him, I would probably use him in this build, or a form of a build or whatever. But there is a card that I do feel like would be beneficial, would be Gable Fast Fingers, right? Because he has buffs for all allies with a fire elemental type by 25% of this card's max strength, right? He also has buff another random ally by 30% of this card's max strength the first 3 times it kills another unit, up to 5 targets, and 75% when maxed out. Also deals 15% of this card's current strength of damage to 2 random enemies when it attacks, up to 40%. So it's going to hit 3, potentially 3 different cards, right, when it attacks. That's pretty good to not have an extra strike set. So if you include an extra strike set, that makes 5 cards for this one, right? Then he obviously has an ignited ability as well. So he's going to buff another random ally, He's going to buff all other allies, and he's going to be sitting pretty strong right there. Okay, so that's somebody that I do feel would be very, very beneficial for this type of build. And we're going to, how do you say without saying it, play with fire a little bit and see who gets burned. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video right here. Don't forget to smash that like button, comment down below, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when new content drops. Holla back at your boy. Peace.